Hello and welcome to the White Fox Walking Vlog. What's it all about? Well, we're going to be looking at different topics, all surrounded with improved mental well-being. Today I'm delighted to be joined by a long-time friend of mine. You may know him as the artist who painted this masterpiece behind us, Bielsa the Redeemer, done lots of work for charity, and he's got a great story. Nicolas Dixon.
Morning, Charlie. You all right, mate?
I'm good, yeah.
Yeah,
you?
good stuff. Yeah, especially after last night. Massive result. Yeah.
Lifting the spirits.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think a fair place to start would be to tell us how you came for this magnificent creation.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it's a friend of mine owns the pet shop which is adjacent to, well, it's on this wall. Aaron, and we've been speaking for the last 4 years about doing something, you know, football related, because Oldfield Lane, as everybody who from Leeds and the football connection, it's a massive, you know, it was the Wortley Wembley they used to call it. All the school finals were there, and like, yeah, everybody who's anybody's come through and played at you know, this historic ground. So the council have been, they're wanting to build houses on it. So the community have all got together, and it's great what they've done. They're wanting to keep it for the community, and as it was, you know, we grew up with it, so they're wanting, you know, the kids of the future to be able to, you know, enjoy it like we did.
So it was well timed that we got promoted.
Yeah. So there wasn't the right things, you know, before. They were like, when Paul Madeley died, you know, no disrespect to Paul Madeley, but, you know, young kids don't really know who Paul Madeley is. But with our man here, our saviour, everybody knows who Marcelo Bielsa is. So when Leeds got promoted, it was just a perfect thing. So it was as soon as it happened, I came down, looked at the wall, I went, come on, let's do it. And literally did it in that within a week. It was a fantastic time, I'll never forget it. It was good fun doing it. We had all the, you know, the cars going past, pipping on the horns, you know, Leeds giving it all the, you know, the Leeds salute and what have you.
Well, the effect that he had on the city, just
absolutely. And I've said it before, you know, it's not just a football thing. It's you know, it's touched everybody's heart and minds, you know, more so, and especially through COVID, everybody struggled. You know, well, struggle's not the right sort of word.
Coped in their own different ways.
Yeah, we all had his own little, you know, we were all in his own little world, as he was. I mean, don't forget, he was thousands of miles away from his family, from his home, from his surroundings, and he just lived in a little humble bedsit in Wetherby on his own.
Some prices in Wetherby, wasn't that?
Yeah, but you know, that for me just says everything about the man. And I think he just gave everybody a lift. I know the football stopped for a while, but when it came back, it was just, that's all we had. It was lockdown football, you know, and yeah, we owe him so much gratitude.
So obviously there's more to you than Bielsa the Redeemer, although this is obviously very public and it's been seen around the world. How and why did you get into art?
Well, my journey started years ago, like everybody else's, but started off with music. That's where I thought my sort of life would go, my passion. DJing, I went to music college, did the first music technology course. That was in the 90s. Ended up going to Thailand with a box of records, and yeah, for 3 weeks, and came back 3 years later, but that's another story. But I chose to go a different route, and I ended up with living with my girlfriend in Germany at that time, and she was an artist, so she encouraged me to paint. So I got my first sketchbook, and it was so, when I started doing it, it was like a therapy. It was therapy basically, and it calmed me down and it made me think clearly, and it just put me in a good place. And so anyway, we went our separate ways. I came back to England, and this sketchbook got put away. So then for the next 10 years I did, you know, different bits and bobs here and there, and just with no direction. I couldn't listen to music because I always felt like I'd missed my opportunity, and it was quite
dark. That must have been quite frustrating.
It was dark days, man. It was, you know, because the music thing was happening, and I had like potential residencies in Argentina, funnily enough, Buenos Aires. So I couldn't listen to music for about 2 or 3 years because it it always took me back. I should be doing this, I should be this and that, but that boat had sailed. So I ended up with my own tiling business, but I was a lot of frustration and anger, and that came out, and I was like, you know, and you need a bit of patience for tiling, you know. So, but basically, I was pretty lost. Well, I was totally lost if I'm.
You think that's costing you being creative?
Perfectly, yeah, because I knew there was something else, because I brought my creativity into my tiling. So I used to make like my own windowsills and like staircases, and you know, there was that element to it, but it wasn't the thing, you know.
So it's always been there bubbling,
but
you're just not the right.
Absolutely, and then a friend of mine, Mikey Brain, who's an artist from Birmingham, he did something at District, you know, in the entranceway, and it was like this black and white, and it reminded me of these like doodles, basically, what I did. So I was like, but I'd known him for 18 months, and I said, oh, I've got to show you this sketchbook, you know, it's pretty similar, it reminds me. So it still took me about 6 months to show him, because that's how far away it was in my head to be doing what I'm doing now. That was just not even, it wasn't even a thought. Yeah. So anyway, I showed him, and he's like, fucking hell, mate. He's like, what did you show me these before? He's from Birmingham, by the way. So anyway, literally the next day we painted on a canvas. First time I've ever painted on a canvas. Within 6 weeks, we'd done 15 paintings together. Right. Collaborated as the Dick Brain Collective. So he's Mikey Brain, and I'm Nicolas Dixon. And we did a pre-party to a Circle Loco night at Stinky's, of all places.
Wow, that's going back.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this was 2010, it was on my birthday, so we got all dressed up like knobheads, you know, with the cravat and, you know, velvet jackets and stuff. And and we had 15 paintings, and we sold 6.
Right.
And I've been literally painting 6 weeks, so that's when the penny dropped, and it was like, all that what I'd gone through, and the time that I'd not been from me doing these sketches in Germany, and all the time, it was like 10 years basically, I'd gone through this process in my head, you know, like artist angst or whatever you want to call it, you know, so when I started doing it, it was like I'd always done it, and that's what Mikey always said. He was like, I can't believe that you know, and everybody else at the time. And I think that's what it had quite a big impact with people, because it just came out of nowhere, you know, and they were like,
well, I've known you a lot of years now, watching that development, and then watching you as a person as well.
Oh, man.
Seeing you, I mean, look at you now. You know. Oh, look at us both now. We both had his issues.
Nice.
We both had his issues, and finding that
equilibrium.
Sort of balancing it out. Obviously, I went through my problems.
For sure, mate.
But like you with your art, for me, the first step out of the door is the hardest, and then the rest of it, you know, you're on your way.
As long as you know your path, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, because you might be doing the right thing, but you're not doing it enough. You're just doing.
And then one day it all just slots into place.
So, I mean, how do you find what you're doing, man?
I think stripping back what you actually are instead of all the fabrications around you. And the sort of constraints of that we have of modern life.
That's it, mate.
But like I say, this is why I want to get people like yourself that are open to talking about different subjects. There's a whole world of all these different topics, different pursuits that people can do.
And I really appreciate, you know, doing this with you, Charlie, mate. Yeah,
come here.
Good lad. Love you, man.
So here we are at what is the longest mural in Leeds, I believe. Can you tell us something about it, Nick?
Yeah, this is it's called Succession, which when you look at it, it's all these sort of interlocking characters, if you like, sort of gives it a sense of movement. So that's where the name come from. Unipol, which is the building behind, it's mainly for overseas students. I think there's about 300 students in there. So Unipol got in contact with me and commissioned me to do this piece. Like you said, I think it is the longest mural in Leeds. It's 140 foot. So yeah, I had fun doing it. It's great.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. The colours were sort of, they didn't want, they didn't want primary colours. So, but obviously there's reds in there and blues. But they wanted it sort of to keep in keeping with the building, to the tone of the building. So it's out there, but it's quite. So it's more like sort of heritagey tinges of red and blue and what have you. So yeah.
So Nick, what role does your art play in helping your mental well-being?
Well, like I touched on before, I mean, it's massive. It's my life. Yeah. And as we've known each other for years, and before I was painting, I could say lost in the world, and since I found my sort of calling and passion, it's just given me that direction, focus. Life makes a bit more sense, you know. And what I find as well is the more that I've developed as an artist, and helping other people helps me. So it's more sort of established, people like I've just done a talk with kids. Kids are great.
Kids tell you as it is, don't they?
Yeah, totally, man. There's no bullshit, So, and it's just amazing to see that the effect that it has on them, and if I can inspire one of those kids, then I'm doing my job, if you can call it that, but definitely, and it's taken me to some great places, and I've had some amazing experiences and met some fantastic people.
So we're here in Leeds City Market, and this was your first public art piece. Can you tell us something about that?
Yeah, it's 6 years ago now, 2016. It's just crazy where time goes. Anyway, it's called Change is Upon Us, and it was when the market was getting refurbed, so it was part of their regeneration thing. So the owl sort of represents, it's like the Leeds. It's not a Leeds owl, but it's called Change is Upon Us, which there were Brexit, Trump were coming into power and all this sticking thing. So
He's playing piano now.
Shut up, DT. And the stars all around the owl. There's 29 stars, and they represent all the districts of Leeds. So and then all the infill. There's symbolism in sort of abstract symbolism. I did an online thing on Facebook asking people what the memories meant to them. So it means a lot to me to do this piece, and they used it for light night. I got it finished for then. So there's effect on it, which it's like all the colours with LED lights. It all changes, so it looks like the owls. Looks like the owls flying, and all the colours change. So it's pretty impressive when you see it. So,
it's amazing, isn't it? Really?
Thank you.
Just to sort of start wrapping up now, could you give any advice for anyone that may be thinking of getting into art to improve their mental well-being?
Well, that's the key. What you've just said then is to look at it as a therapy. It's not just I'm fortunate that I make a living out of it, but it's like that's not what has helped me as a person. Obviously, you've got to pay the bills and blah blah blah, but it's the fundamental thing is the well-being, and it's just good for your soul. So just keep painting, and you never know, your creations you make may inspire other people, and it's like when we were talking about giving something and you get it 10 times back.
10 times
you get it 10 times back. So just go for it, basically.
Cool. And still on that note, where would where could people find your art or links or get in touch with you?
Instagram, Nicolas Dixon without the H. On Facebook, and on my website, nicolasdixon.co.uk.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Cheers,
Thanks,
mate.
Charlie, mate. Brilliant. Nice one, buddy. Cheers.
Thanks for watching. You can find links to our podcast, vlog, and our website on the description below. Cheers.
That's a wrap.
Is it? I know what he's like.